Andrew McCart, iFLTV, delighted to be joined by Double D himself, David Diamante. What is happening, brother?
What's going on, brother? Nice to see you.
I can't believe you got in yesterday and we still haven't smoked a cigar. What's going on?
Hey, man, that's up to you. I've already smoked like 3. I'm ready to go.
Listen, I need to bring mine down. I always forget to bring my cigars down, but you smoke some delicious cigars, I must admit. The ones that you always smoke are fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah.
Huge fight week in Manchester. I know you love Manchester as a fighting city, but now we've got a plethora of young stars coming through, and I know you study the undercard and you study fighters. Jack Catterall Barboza, great fight. Talk to me about this card, David.
You know, it's just a great fight from bottom to top. You've got 8 fights on the card, 4 of them are title fights. Obviously, now you've got the Gomez-Bellotti fight on the co-main event, which I'm really excited for because there's some stick to that, right? Because the fight fell through before, and I think Bellotti was really upset about that. Zelfa Barrett against Dickens, man, should be a really fun fight. There's just a lot of good fights on this card, and you know, a lot of young guys coming up, Tudsbury and all these young guys. So it should be really good. William Crawl is on the card. He's been looking great. A lot of good guys on the card.
It's exciting. You mentioned the Pat McCormick and Robbie Davis Jr. You've got Zelfa Barrett and Jazza Dickens, and you've also got Bellotti and Gomez. I know you like the fights, but have you got a pick of the bunch in these fights?
For the fights tomorrow night?
Which one do you think is going to be the pick of the bunch?
I don't know, but you know, I think again, like I said, the Bellotti Gomez should be really fun. Gomez is a Manchester guy, and so he's going to have his guys here. And Bellotti always comes to fight. He's always in excellent fights. So there's going to be a lot of stick to that. And I think also the Jazza Dickens Zelfa Barrett fight is going to be really exciting. But I'm looking forward to the main event. I mean, Catterall Barboza is a really interesting fight. So I think we got a live one there.
You know yourself. You've been in boxing a long time, David, right? So the winner of this fight has to face Teofimo Lopez for the world title. Now, the way Teo's talking on Twitter and whatnot, do you feel like maybe Teo is looking for the bigger payday rather than defend his title, and do you believe that the winner of this fight will just get elevated to world champion? What's your thoughts?
That is up to Eddie and the other powers that be. You know, I just announced the fights, but we'll see. I think that might happen. I think Teo is looking for the bigger money fights. They've talked about him doing a fight on Alcatraz, which is very interesting. I mean, that's a city. I lived in that city for 11 years, San Francisco. It's going to be tough to get out there. They got to take a ferry off. You got to bring the ring out on the ferry.
Helicopters.
Everyone's got to go out on the ferry.
Talk about that then, Alcatraz. You said you're an American. We all know about Alcatraz, the jail. I think Al Capone was in there at one point as well at some stage.
Many famous criminals out there,
and there's the sharks in the water, I hear. Now, like I said, you've been in boxing a long time. The way Turki Al-Sheikh talks, I think that if he wants a fight in Alcatraz, we can see it happening. Are you excited if something like that happens?
Well, I mean, it's really interesting. It'd be great. I mean, I would love to be there again because I lived in that city for so long, and that would be an historic event. I think it'd be really cool. If he's talking about doing a fight at the Colosseum, that's something I talked with Eddie about years ago when we were doing all those fights in Italy. I thought that would be amazing. Didn't know how possible it would be, but I guess anything's possible, right? So get the right guys together, anything's possible. I think it'd be amazing.
Alcatraz, the Colosseum. You got anywhere else that David Diamante would like a fight to happen? Anywhere? You've been around the world.
Yeah.
Anywhere unique?
Look, I've
Edinburgh Castle.
I've been Edinburgh Castle, amazing. As he's off camera going like this, we got the Scott. Well, doing fights in Scotland is always amazing, but we usually do them in Glasgow. I haven't done one in Edinburgh, so that would be nice. But I think, look, there are so many great backdrops to do a fight. But the Colosseum, to me, would be amazing because it's the history, obviously.
Like I say, you have travelled, though. Your passport's been stamped a million times. You probably had about 10 passports in the last 10 years. Like, where? Like, give me somewhere. Give me, like, Peru or somewhere obscure that nobody's ever been before, and there's never been fights there that you think that will be the spot.
Well, the 7 wonders, I've been to all of them, right? The modern 7 wonders. So you got the pyramids, you got Chichen Itza, you got Corcovado in Brazil, you got Machu Picchu, you got the Great Wall, you got the Colosseum, and you got Petra in Jordan.
Right.
So, you know, they're all cool places. I mean, I don't think you're going to do one in Machu Picchu. There's no way.
Right.
Because to get out there, and plus you wouldn't want to hurt the environment.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do it something as a backdrop, like somewhere near the wall. I don't know. I mean, look, it's all cool. I think to me as a fight fan, I just want to see the fights. Again, I don't care if it's in a 7-Eleven parking lot. Yeah, I don't care if it's on the cobbles. I want to see the fights. Yeah, it's great to be in these places, but I just want to see the fights.
Yeah.
I think though it's really cool when you bring a fight to a place like the Rumble in the Jungle or the Thrilla in Manila. When you bring fans in, that people that love the fights that don't typically get to see them, that's really cool. So if we had a fight in India or China or Africa, I think that would be great.
Well, that brings me on to my next question then. It's been 51 years since Muhammad Ali and George Foreman Rumble in the Jungle in Zaire, it was called back then. Mark McCauley is from the Congo. There's talk about him and his government saying that they want that fight, Martin, to fight in the Congo. And Anthony Joshua, there's talk about that. You know where I'm going with this. I'll just say this as a fight fan, not as David the announcer, as a fight fan. How much does that fight excite you? And would you love it to be on the anniversary of the Ali Foreman date?
I mean, I don't know if it has the gravitas of an Ali Foreman, but I think it's great. It'd be great for the continent. It'd be great for the sport. But that's up to AJ and McCauley if they want that fight. I don't know if those guys want that fight, but if they want that fight, to do it in Africa would be amazing. Absolutely.
I think boxing right now, the way it's going, 2020, the schedule of 2025 with Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn, they're both on the zone now as well. So that healthy competition is going to be there. We might see some of these mega fights that we've been longing to see, and it's exciting, isn't it?
It's really exciting. I mean, DAZN's really become the global home of boxing, and these promoters are now all on the same network. They're starting to work together. I think it's really possible to see some of these mega fights.
And as you said, David, I think that the weigh-in is about to stop. You got anything that you would like to add? You're looking dapper as always, my friend.
I feel great. It's great to see you. It's great to be in Manchester. Really looking forward to the fights, and we have a really big schedule coming up. So whether it's Belfast, Australia, back here in Manchester, Atlantic City, Orlando, just a lot of great fights coming up. The fight in Belfast I cannot wait for. Crocker Donovan, that's going to be amazing. A lot of good stuff to look forward to.
As I can't wait. David, as always, thank you so much, brother.
Great seeing you, brother.
I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.